Hello, everybody. My name's DM Chaos, and welcome to the first episode of Caffeine and Calamities. If you are seeing this as we air this Saturday morning, welcome and thank you for joining us. If you're catching it later, again, welcome. Thanks for catching up with us. So, this is going to be a new show where um, we'll talk about the different games that we have and any interesting things coming up, as well as sometimes we'll have guests come on, and sometimes we'll be doing some other interesting stuff. Today, though, we're going to start by doing a full recap of the Tales of Telos, the Steam Age so far. Um, and how we're going to start with that is actually we have one of the other players in the game uh, has written a recap for all of us, and they wrote it in the form of a letter from their character's perspective. So this is a letter from Zanny in that game, who is our gnome uh, uh, alchemist and kind of the mom of our party. So we'll start with that recap and see where the rest of this takes us. So let's go ahead and start with that. So again, this letter is from Zanny, recapping the game up to probably about a couple weeks ago. So this letter starts with, Dear Grandmother Eleanor, I've been making every effort to come home for a visit, but local politics being what they are, I must wait for a while before seeing you again. In lieu of that, I've decided to, at the very least, compile a list of my notes and send them to you in hopes of giving you some helpful information should family intervention be needed in the future. First, my notes on the people I'm working with, the Crimson Peacekeepers. Let's start with Alice. Alice Mazaire, wife of paper mogul Bruce Mazaire, bard, noble, adoptive mother of a hag child, pupil of the Dancing Death, my best friend and sister. When I first met Alice, she was a spoiled rich girl that needed my help, or she would have died. Today, she's still spoiled, but she no longer needs any help. No matter how much she may claim otherwise, she's become more than competent in a fight when under pressure, and her desire to selflessly aid others is overshadowed only by her need to be recognized for said selflessness. Yes, I know that's not how it works, grandmother, but she's learning. Lance Blacksons. That's me. That's my character I play, aka Lance Black. Family descendant of the local ruling class, a very unorthodox necromancer, a good heart, sharp tongue, with a list of kinks as long as I am tall. I wasn't entirely sure if I'd kill Lance or not when I met him, given my distaste for those that corrupt the dead, but his methods of reanimation are not corrupting, but rather he appears to be giving people a second chance at life or unlife. I'm starting to learn that where my science fails, his magic can succeed. Powerful ally, if a little unhinged at times. His mother may be working for the enemy. Unconfirmed, but we are weary. Chance. Real name admitted for security. Chance is my one intellectual equal in the group. I am including the necromancer in that comparison. Physicist, astronomer, astrologer, diviner, bard, and as truly the most sincere compliment I can give, the most infuriating person I have ever met, including my own husband. Her views challenge mine on a daily basis, and we simply have two nearly opposite views on how to handle evil in this world. Our debates and full-on arguments remind me some of the best times I had at university. I don't always agree with her. Hells, I seldom agree with her, but I'd be a fool not to listen. Big Red, aka Erlon, our reborn small folk muscle. My conscience, my future gym buddy, and one of the main reasons we're still alive. Red has had a very rough journey, but his heart would never show it. He may be a little on the simple side at times, but honestly, this group thinks too much sometimes. And while Red's quick actions sometimes cause trouble, more often than not, it saves lives. I'd be hard pressed to find someone who is going to be more in your corner than Big Red. I'm glad he's on our side. Embrin and Calliope, our flame druid and gunslinger, currently on assignment in the Feywild. Calliope is a well-educated woman, constantly falling in love, tough as nails, and knows her way around a gun you put in front of her. Embryn, on the other hand, is fairly relaxed, knows his way around plants, and is worse than a house full of fire elementals if you make him mad. And then there's me, Dr. Zanashara Glory-Song Venturi Pierce. Only fair I analyze myself as well. Alchemist, scion of Rian Venturi family, parapsychologist, criminal fence, widow, and now mother. Once upon a time, I was a hot-to-trot adventurer until my husband and party were murdered. After that, I left Thuria to be done with adventuring life, only for it to drop into my lap less than a week into my trip. I'm definitely a therapist that could use her own therapist, too smart for her own good, and almost too stubborn to change my ways. I'm trying to come around. Ever since the Kismet encounter and the train robbery gone wrong, myself and the group, now known as the Crimson Peacekeepers, have been working on a twofold approach. Prepare to fight the Harbingers, to fight back the tide of the Endless War, do everything we can to end the Arameric Civil War. No pressure. I'll try to keep the story to relevant details. First, there was just the problem of establishing ourselves. We needed to make a name for ourselves at the same time we had begun traveling with an oracle by the name of Geith. The oracle then actually spoke it into prophecy. We were fated to join an organization known as Skender's Guild and make our mark in the world through them. Joining the guild proved easily enough. With a decent resume and a simple trial, several of us joined their ranks. Quickly, we were put to work helping the people of Aramir, and just as quickly, we started catching the attention of our rivals, the Harbingers. First thing the guild First through the guild, then through our own merits, we began to fight back against the Harbinger threat. We broke down a hag coven, drug ring, um, both led by one. We stopped a direct attack on the city while managing to imprison one of their souls in the body of one of our own, albeit temporarily. We've managed most recently to banish one of them to a far plane, ending their interference in our world for hundreds, if not thousands of years. Well, our accomplishments are many. We are not without defeats as well. Despite solid victories against them, the number of innocent lives lost is in the thousands, if not more. In our most recent conflict with the Harbingers, one of our own was killed, and the Harbinger she held was released back into the world. Even now, the endless war returns. Far ahead of schedule, in the sultanas of the country, two opposing heads of the civil war must band together one last time to hopefully hand us a victory that we are ill-equipped to fight for ourselves. In addition, the giants have been coerced into making war with the smaller races, claiming supremacy of the sky. Currently, we're mounting up for war against the giants of Telos. It feels as insane as it sounds. I'm as ready as I'm going to be for the challenges ahead, and I have faith in the people that are beside me. It's going to be a hard road, but it's one worth traveling, isn't it? With love, Zany. Thank you again, Zany, for providing that. A little bit since then, the giant wars have continued to rage on. The Crimson Peacekeepers have secured multiple victories against them. And currently, the Crimson Peacekeepers are heading to the Fire Elemental plane to take the fight to the Giants again, as well as trying to secure alliances with the denizens of those planes. Recently, we also the a DM order for the Tales to Telos game did take a well-deserved summer break, and with that, he allowed me to step in and run a two-shot. In that, we ran the first of a series that I've been working on called Awake, and that is part of my acronymic adventure series, and that acronym stands for All Wizards Are Kind of Evil. But the group that we had for that worked their way through a mysterious town that was giving kind of Step Pretty vibes, and everybody was just too happy there. And if you check out on our YouTube channel, you can see how that one ended. I don't want to spoil it if you haven't seen it, as the ending kind of came as a twist to the players, and it was a good time to be had. Both of those games, like I said, you can catch up on our YouTube channel. Videos should all be up there. Um, but yeah, I think that this was a good introduction. This is a little bit shorter than I was expecting, but I think for our first one, this is good just to kind of catch everybody up, and see where everybody's at. Moving forward, we will make these a little bit longer, um, and get some more details in there. But I think for now, this is a good spot to catch up. Hope everybody enjoyed this and is able to quickly uh, catch up with us as we move forward in the Tales of Telos the Steam Age campaign, and see what DM Order has in store for us. I'm sure he has 700 plots going in 700 different directions. He's just waiting for us to choose which one we're going to follow. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.